Weltanschauung, also known as glacial cosmogony, refers to an alternative theory of Earth's formation and geological history proposed by German scientist Hans Herberger in the early 20th century. This theory suggests that the Earth's current form is the result of a series of cosmic ice impacts and subsequent melting events. Proponents argue that the Moon was once a planet covered in ice that was captured by Earth's gravity. They claim that the gradual melting of this cosmic ice formed Earth's oceans and atmosphere. The theory proposes that Earth has undergone multiple world ages, each ending with the capture and destruction of a new cosmic ice moon. Believers point to the existence of ice caps and glaciers as remnants of these past ice moons. Some theorists suggest that the biblical flood and other ancient cataclysm myths are actually accounts of previous ice moon impacts. The concept attempts to explain various geological phenomena, such as mountain formation and continental drift, through the lens of ice impacts and melting. Advocates argue that the theory explains the presence of water on Earth better than conventional geological models. Some proponents claim that ancient civilizations possessed advanced knowledge of these cosmic cycles, as evidenced by their mythologies and architectural alignments. The theory also proposes that future ice moon captures will lead to more global cataclysms and the reshaping of Earth's surface. The term Wetiko refers to an indigenous concept that describes a contagious psycho-spiritual disease of the soul marked by greed, consumption, and destruction. Originating from Algonquin-speaking tribes, it suggests that individuals can be influenced by a malevolent spirit that drives them toward excessive selfishness and a disconnection from nature. They argue this concept explains the seemingly irrational behavior of those who exploit others and the environment for personal gain. It proposes that this spiritual ailment can spread through populations, manifesting as societal issues such as wealth inequality and environmental degradation. Believers point to the rapid growth of consumer culture and environmental destruction as evidence of its influence on modern society. Some theorists suggest it acts like a collective psychosis, blinding individuals to the consequences of their actions. This idea attempts to explain how otherwise rational people can support or engage in systems that are ultimately self-destructive. Advocates argue that recognizing it as a spiritual disease could lead to more effective solutions for global crises. Some proponents claim that indigenous wisdom and practices offer potential remedies for this psycho-spiritual affliction. The theory suggests it feeds on fear and separation, gaining strength as people become more disconnected from each other and nature. Believers propose that cultivating empathy, community, and ecological awareness can serve as a form of inoculation against it. White, straight male dehumanization refers to the theory that there is a systematic effort to delegitimize and demoralize Caucasian heterosexual men in Western societies. This idea suggests that media portrayals, academic discourse, and social policies consistently cast this demographic as villains or oppressors. The proliferation of terms like toxic masculinity, mansplaining, and white fragility are cited as examples of language used to stigmatize these individuals. Some argue that diversity initiatives in education and employment actively discriminate against this group under the guise of promoting equality. The theory posits that intersectionality unfairly positions white heterosexual males at the bottom of a perceived oppression hierarchy. Believers contend that this demographic is increasingly blamed for historical and current societal problems, fostering a culture of guilt and self-censorship. Critics of this view argue it misinterprets efforts to address long-standing power imbalances and give voice to marginalized groups. However, some sociologists note a growing sense of alienation among this population, particularly in rural and working-class communities. Adherents to this theory cite examples of media content and academic papers that they believe openly express hostility or contempt towards this group. Declining rates of college enrollment and increasing suicide rates among this demographic are seen by some as potential consequences of this perceived dehumanization. The dismissal of these concerns as fragility is viewed by believers as further evidence of the problem, stifling meaningful dialogue. This theory has gained traction in certain political circles and online communities, influencing broader discussions about identity politics and social justice. Some advocates call for a more nuanced approach to addressing historical inequalities without demonizing entire demographic groups. Research suggests that perceptions of bias against white heterosexual males, whether founded or not, have real-world impacts on voting patterns and social cohesion. Critics of the theory argue it oversimplifies complex social dynamics and may be used to undermine legitimate efforts at achieving equality. This entry alludes to various theories about the construction of the Great Pyramids of Egypt. Some theorists propose that extraterrestrial beings were responsible for building these massive structures. They argue that the precision and scale of the pyramids were beyond the technological capabilities of ancient Egyptians. Proponents point to the alignment of the pyramids with celestial bodies as evidence of advanced astronomical knowledge. Some believers suggest that the pyramids were built as landing pads or energy sources for alien spacecraft. The theory proposes that ancient Egyptian hieroglyphs depict extraterrestrial beings and their advanced technology. Advocates argue that the transportation and placement of massive stone blocks required anti-gravity technology only aliens could possess. Some theorists claim that dinosaurs, specifically large sauropods, were used by aliens to help move the heavy stones. They suggest that dinosaurs did not go extinct 65 million years ago, but coexisted with early humans under alien control. The concept of Dianetics, developed by L. Ron Hubbard, is sometimes linked to these theories, proposing that humans carry ancestral memories of alien encounters. Some proponents believe that secret societies like the Knights Templar possessed knowledge of the true builders of the pyramids. They argue that the Templars discovered ancient texts or artifacts in Jerusalem, revealing the extraterrestrial origins of the pyramids. William Morris refers to a Continental Navy soldier who, along with Captain Butler and a crew of fellow soldiers, allegedly embarked on a journey to Antarctica shortly after the Revolutionary War. Morris purchased a naval vessel with the intention of discovering lands beyond the Antarctic ice wall. The crew's mission was purportedly to find and explore 33 alleged continents that lay beyond this barrier. According to the account, they encountered a massive ice wall up to 200 meters tall as they approached Antarctica. The ship was supposedly guided by mysterious currents into a passage known as the Summer Gates, which only opened when the ice melted during warmer months. Captain Butler's possession of ancient maps allegedly allowed them to locate and navigate through this secret channel. The story suggests the existence of hidden lands and civilizations beyond the known world, accessible only through specific, concealed routes. This tale implies that certain organizations or groups may have knowledge of these outer lands and actively work to keep their existence secret. The disappearance and reappearance of Captain Butler before the voyage hints at possible interference or threats from those who wished to prevent the expedition. The account presents the idea that our known world map may be incomplete, with vast unexplored territories lying beyond the boundaries of conventional geography. Winchester Mystery House refers to a peculiar mansion in San Jose, California, believed by some to be a portal to the spirit world. The house was continuously constructed for 38 years under the direction of Sarah Winchester, widow of the Winchester rifle magnate. Proponents claim that Sarah built the house to appease the ghosts of those killed by Winchester rifles. The mansion's bizarre architecture, including stairs leading to nowhere and doors opening to blank walls, is seen as evidence of supernatural influence. Some theorists suggest that the house's layout was designed to confuse evil spirits and prevent them from finding Sarah. Believers point to the prevalence of the number 13 in the house's design, such as 13-pane windows and 13-step staircases, as proof of occult significance. The house's continuous construction is thought by some to be a result of spirits dictating endless renovations to Sarah through nightly seances. Proponents argue that the mansion's location was chosen due to ley lines, believed to be paths of spiritual energy. Some visitors and staff report paranormal experiences in the house, including ghostly sightings and unexplained noises. The theory proposes that certain rooms in the house were specifically designed for communicating with the dead. Some believers also suggest that the house's intricate blueprint, which Sarah allegedly received from spirits, contains hidden messages or prophecies. Words are magic refers to the belief that spoken language carries inherent power to shape reality and manifest change in the physical world. Proponents argue that words generate specific vibrational frequencies that interact with the energy field surrounding us. They claim that mantras and incantations can tap into this power, explaining their use in various spiritual and magical practices. Believers point to the placebo effect as evidence of how words and beliefs can influence physical outcomes. The theory suggests that negative self-talk and complaining can manifest undesirable situations by focusing energy on what's unwanted. Advocates propose that carefully chosen affirmations can reprogram the subconscious mind and attract positive experiences. Some theorists link this concept to quantum physics, suggesting that observation and intention can influence particle behavior. The idea of current, or energy being passed through words, is seen as a way to transmit spiritual or magical power between individuals. Proponents argue that ancient texts and religious scriptures contain hidden power activated through specific recitations or chants. The theory extends to written words as well, with some believing that sigils and written spells can harness this linguistic energy. Believers suggest that mastering the art of speaking with intention can lead to significant life changes and spiritual growth. Like the video and subscribe to the channel. The left link takes you to more clips like this. The right link takes you to the full episodes these are from. Thanks for watching.